YouTube, what is going on? Back with my latest video. So today I have another submission that came back from CGC, all graded and all ready to be unveiled. So really excited to get these books. It's 3 books, all of them I got in a collection, and I decided to get them out to get graded. Very cool, iconic covers, iconic issues, key appearances, and I'm really excited to finally get these back. These are older books, so they actually have to go under the value tier, so they've been with CGC since early September, so finally glad to open these up and see what we got. So let's see what we got in these boxes. We'll guess the grade and see if I get lucky. Here we go. Alright guys, before we get into this video, please smash the like button down below. Let me know you guys are enjoying these videos, and as always, if you're new to this channel, welcome, and hit subscribe button down below as well so you're updated to my most recent content, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted as soon as I post a new video. So like I said, this is part of their value tier, which is actually their more expensive tier for older books. I think they cost like 30 bucks to get graded, or maybe 25, I forget. But they're older books, so I didn't expect as high of grades for these. I wrote down here what I expected for each of these 3 books, and we'll see if we get close to that. Excuse me. Now, I actually didn't get any of these pressed. This is the first batch that I actually sent out to CGC. From here on out, I think I'm gonna get all my books pressed, just because with the quick press, I think it's like 8 bucks. It's not too expensive, so it's worth getting it pressed, especially if you think you can get a higher grade. With these, I did not get them pressed, so there still is potential that if I wanted to send it back, I could get a higher grade. But like I said, these are pretty old, and most of these weren't in the best of shape. So we'll see what we get. Trying to get through the bubble wrap and all this padding without looking at the comics, so bear with me 1 second. But let's see. Oh man, it's rubber band together. That's why I couldn't get it. All right. So let's do these one by one, and we'll see what we get. All right, so it's upside down. All right, cool. First book. Okay, so we have Spider-Man 136. I believe it's the first appearance of Spider-Man's clone. I believe. Or maybe it's a Hobgoblin appearance. I don't remember. We'll see in a second. 136 though. I wrote this down that I thought it was gonna be a 6.0. So I'm looking at it now. At least the back. The front, you guys can see, looks pretty clean. It's not the worst book. Let me get this out the wrapper real fast so you guys can see a little bit closer of it, so you guys can make your own guess. But I wrote down 6.0. Now that I'm looking in person, we could probably get a little bit higher. But I'm gonna stick with my 6.0 original guess and see what we can get on this. So this book's from 1974. I think the cutoff for CGC to go to the value tier, which is the expensive tier, is 1975. So anything older than that, you're gonna pay a little bit more money, but nothing too big, because this is a really iconic issue in Spider-Man. So let's see if we can get that 6.0. Oh, right on the money, right on the money. They must be looking at my guesses, but we have 6.0. This is the first. Oh, this is the first Harry Osborn as the new Green Goblin. I thought I sent out the clone book. Maybe I have it still downstairs. I didn't send it out yet, but I do have that one. But yeah, pretty cool. Harry Osborn, new Green Goblin, iconic villain, iconic Spider-Man book. I had to get this one graded. 6.0, I'm not mad at that. It's not an entirely expensive book, but it being such an old book, 1974, so we're almost 40 years old, or over 40 years old, almost 50 years old at this point for this comic book. I decided that it was, in my best interest to get this book preserved. And it looks like it's off-white to white pages, so it's not, not the worst. And yeah, there you go, guys. Go 6.0 for this Spider-Man villain first appearance. Pretty cool way to start. So 1 for 1 on my guesses. I'm not mad at that at all. So let's see what we can get for the next 2. So the next 2, I don't have as high of guesses for them. So we'll see if we can get lucky. Let me take the plastic off. It just doesn't show as well on the screen. So let's see what we got. Oh man. Kind of wanted to save this one for last. Actually, we will save this one for last. That's a really big book. Depending on what the issue, with the number, the grade comes back, but I don't think it's gonna be too high, but I think that one's pretty iconic. Actually, let's do it now. You guys saw it already. So, we have Fantastic Four 112. So, This book is really dope as far as the cover. It's not a first appearance or anything. It's just a classic cover of the Hulk versus the Thing. I got this in a collection, like I said. Pretty cool issue from July of 1971. Definitely a cool book. I think this one has potential moving forward. You know, once Fantastic Four gets introduced into the Marvel Universe, maybe we'll have an epic battle like this in the Marvel Universe. You know, Thing and Hulk battled plenty of times, and you know, I can definitely see them doing that in the Marvel Universe once they get it going with Fantastic Four in it. So I guess this one was gonna be a 5.5. So you know, maybe I'm shooting high. This one, it's got a black border, so you know, a lot of potential for damage to show. But let's see what we can get with this one. Let's see if we can get our 5.5.
Yay!
There we go, guys. 5.5. Alright guys, so I promise you I didn't see this before. I'm just actually guessing these right, so I must be getting pretty good at guessing the grades. So I'll do the grader notes at the end so you guys can see if you're interested in finding out what was wrong with them. But I definitely saw some, you know, creasing up there. Like I said, it's a black comic, so I didn't think it was going to have too high of a grade. Maybe if I got this pressed, I could get a higher grade, because not many color breaks. Honestly, I probably could get you know, a 6.5 out of this if I pressed it, but hindsight's 20/20. This one still got off-white to white pages, so that's not too bad. Yeah, just an iconic and very dope cover of the Hulk versus the Thing in this black cover. So really excited about this one. So far so good, you know, no letdowns. And this last book I have even lower as far as my guess, but it's so old, I decided to get it graded and preserved, and it's going to actually be a first appearance. So we have Tales to Astonish number 48. This is the first appearance of the Porcupine right there. So really cool books. I was trying to, at one point, to have all these Tales to Astonish books. I just think they're all pretty cool, and I love the covers. So eventually I'm going to track down all of these books, but they're pretty pricey. This one, like I said, is not in the best of shape. It's got, you know, creases everywhere, but in general, a pretty cool book. I had this one. This one's actually from October of 1963. So I had this one going at a 2.5. So a 2.5 is the best case scenario that I thought we'd get out this book. But now I'm looking at it, it looks pretty good once it's you know, been preserved. So maybe we can get like a 4.0 out of this. I'm gonna guess 4.0, but my original guess was 2.5. So let's see what we can get out of this first appearance of Porcupine. Oh, not bad at all. We have a 3.5. All right, so this is the origin and first appearance of Porcupine. So you got that 5-cent mark right there. You can see like almost etched into there. So I definitely knew this one wasn't going to get a high grade. You got like a big crease right there. So maybe with the pressing, I could have got that crease out, but it does break the color a little bit. A lot of creasing down there too, where Ant-Man is. But all things considered, a 3.5 is not bad. And like I said, I didn't pay more than maybe $5 a comic. So, you know, I wasn't in it too much. And that's why I wanted to have them preserved. And a 3.5 for an almost 60-year-old book at this point, I'm okay with that. So there you guys go. These are the 3 books I have here today. I gotta say, I got 2 right and 1 actually exceeded expectations. So I'm very happy overall. I do have a lot more books at CGC and I have plans to send out more, so definitely stay tuned to more videos like this if you guys are interested in these kind of things. And let me know your thoughts about these 3 books and if you have them in your collection. As always, make sure you hit that like button down below. Let me know you guys enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe button if you're new, and check me out on Instagram at ThePopSavage. You can stay connected on there as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you later.